Hey, well, I'm here today with Curtis Cole, who's a friend of mine and has been engaged in student ministry and campus ministry for years. And he's agreed to chat with me just a little bit about MyCounselor.Online and the service that we're offering to pastors and individuals across the country, hopefully to increase the access to care. And appreciate you making some time to be with me today, Curtis.
Absolutely, Josh. Always great to be with you.
Well, I'd like to maybe just start by asking, in the experience that you've had through the years in campus ministry, is something like MyCounselor.Online, is this a tool, a resource that can be beneficial to campus pastors?
Well, I would say absolutely, and I probably think about it from two different vantage points. Number one, if I was a minister and needing of a listening ear, wanting to process things related to my ministry calling, my family life, my marriage, maybe just intimate issues that are going on in my life, I could see how that would be a huge benefit to our local leadership around the country, especially, Josh, for the folks that are in rural settings. I worked for 18 years in Montana in a little cowboy town of Dillon. Walmart, the closest Walmart, Josh, was 60 miles away. And it took, I think we lived there 6 years before McDonald's even showed up. So in terms of excellent, qualified Christian counseling services, when you live in remote settings like that, where some of the creature comforts of life are not immediately available to you, I believe a service like this would be huge for our local campus pastors involved with Chi Alpha Campus Ministries, or within my own context, but probably any campus ministry setting, whether it was Cru or InterVarsity or other friends with Baptist campus ministries. I could see why this service through MyCounselor would be huge for them in those rural settings in particular. Not only for them professionally, but if I might add secondarily, I know that you guys are working hard to provide services related to developing counseling skill sets. And in campus ministry, regardless of the overarching organization, I know that pretty much every campus ministry organization works hard really in a mentoring / discipling and or coaching capacity, where it's really life on life sharing. And you do run into challenging situations with undergraduates, students who are really dealing with life issues, trying to decide who they are, where they're headed, what from their family life will they take forward with them, what have they learned in and through their campus ministry experience of walking with Jesus, can they apply to their lives personally? And certainly, I believe most all of our campus ministry peers are well prepared for pastoral counseling or pastoral care, but not necessarily always the counseling side of things. So I believe that MyCounselor not only could be a personal benefit to the minister or missionary, but also to them professionally / vocationally as they're working with students who need some additional counseling support that, frankly, we don't always get trained very well in, maybe in our own ministerial studies.
Well, that's certainly our hope, that we would be a resource to the body and that would be both able to support and empower the ministry of the campus minister by helping them work through their own stuff in a way that enables them to fully engage the work that God's given them to do and to be unencumbered in doing so. What is it about our ministry, the folks that are at MyCounselor.Online, the clinicians here, that make you feel comfortable making a recommendation or referral to us?
Well, first off, I have referred several friends to the Relationship Center, to you in particular, Josh, and also some of your other clinicians. And I do that not only because of knowing you professionally, but also on a personal level. I've benefited from the counseling services that the Relationship Center, and now through this new platform of MyCounselor, would bless others with as well. I know I was walking through some challenging days in my own ministerial life, had some setbacks and I needed a listening ear. I needed someone to speak life and give biblical perspective to some of the specific situations that I was dealing with. And so not only can I just say, I guess from a vocational level, it makes sense peer to peer, but on a personal level, I think this format, as well as really at the end of the day, it's more than the format, right? It's actually the counseling that's provided. Would be something I would easily recommend because I personally benefited from it. I think I'm on the other side in some respects of literally being a healthier husband, father, dad, and minister, and happy because and more happily adjusted, I think, in life in general because of the services that friends like you provide, Josh. And I think the online setting makes it even all that much more accessible. So I heartily recommend it to my peers in ministry.